What do you know about dying declaration?
Statement of a person whose expectation of death is probable.
Dying declaration is the exception to the general rule of the hearsay evidence. Dying declaration must be direct according to the Article 90 res gesti. और Article 71 भी इससे डील करता है. इसमें एक प्रिंसिपल ऑफ डॉक्टर है. Dying person would not be tell a lie. इसकी 4 फॉर्म्स हैं. रिटर्न, ऑरल, जेस्चर्स भी हो सकता है और इसके बाद मॉडर्न डिवाइसेस भी आ सकती है. होम रिकॉर्ड, मैजिस्ट्रेट, अगर मैजिस्ट्रेट अवेलेबल नहीं है तो पुलिस ऑफिसर नहीं है तो फिर डॉक्टर, अगर डॉक्टर अवेलेबल नहीं है तो कॉम्पिटेंट पर्सन होना चाहिए अंडर द आर्टिकल 3 बिकॉज उस पर क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन होगी, इसलिए उसकी कॉम्पिटेंसी मैटर करती है.
Dying declaration. Whether you may say that dying declarant, the person who gets record his statement as a dying declaration, is a natural witness.
Yes.
How he is a natural witness?
बिकॉज जिसका वो स्टेटमेंट रिकॉर्ड कर रहा है अब वो तो नहीं है, अब उसकी जगह वही उसके चीफ भी करेगा, होस्ट भी करेगा, दिन जो भी करेगा.
Cross examination is conducted on a dying person.
नहीं सर, जो उसकी स्टेटमेंट लिखवा रहे हैं.
This is an exception to the general rule, since there is no cross examination, which is a basic tool for defense to shake the veracity of the witness, and there is no cross examination in case of dying declaration. So whether it should be relied even if it is uncorroborated or not, this is the question to all of you.
Corroborated piece of evidence.
Whether court can rely on uncorroborated dying declaration? The answer is yes. Court can rely even the dying declaration remains uncorroborated, and only for court the main question will be that it is a truthful dying declaration and there is no extraneous influence on it, and it is completely influence free. Now, as you all know, the definition of dying declaration, that statement of a dying man of whose death is ensuing very shortly, and he records his dying declaration. Is a dying declaration statement of a dying man about the cause of his death, and it should contain all the circumstances and transactions which resulted in his death. When you will go through the Article 46, you will see that there are 3 essentials. That it must be about the death of the declarant. It should also contain the circumstances and transactions which may result in his death, and the death of the declarant is directly in question. These are the points which are to be kept in mind when you will go through the topic of dying declaration. Though there are other tests or principles which are enunciated by our superior courts. Do you think that both jurisdictions including Pakistani and Indian, deal with the same kind of principles? Am I right? I am right in this sense that both jurisdictions, Indian jurisdiction and Pakistani jurisdiction, deal with the same set of standards. Same standards are required in dealing with the dying declaration. Now, if the dying declarant who declares about the cause of his own death is a natural witness, at the same time he can be declared as a hostile witness too. Am I right?
सर ये हॉस्टाइल विटनेस होता क्या है सर?
This is another question. He may be inimical towards the defense. Am I right?
सर यहाँ पे जो नेचुरल विटनेस है इसको थोड़ा सा एक्सप्लेन करना है कि वो अपने ही केस में विटनेस होगा.
Natural witness, he will be natural witness in that sense that the person who is declaring about his cause of death, obviously he is a natural witness, the most important witness, and court can rely on the dying declaration of that person even if remains uncorroborated. This is law. Article 46(1) and Police Rules Chapter 25, Rule 21 deal with the subject of dying declaration. Now, what is in Article 46(1)? It deals only with the admissibility and relevancy of dying declaration. Nowhere it is mentioned that such dying declaration will have worth or not, meaning thereby that evidentiary value of that dying declaration will be the core point, will be the main point. What will be the evidential value of that dying declaration?
Strong piece of evidence.
It is a weak piece of the
In what law? I am talking about that Article 46 and Chapter 25, Rule 21 of Police Rules 1934 deal with the topic of dying declaration. There are certain parameters and there are certain requisites that these will be followed while recording dying declaration, and these necessities should be there. There is no statute regarding evaluating it, regarding the evidential value of the dying declaration. Only precedents are a guide in this sense. Precedents by superior courts, because there is no specific form of recording dying declaration. It may be oral, it may be in a written form, as just as you pointed out earlier. There may be many forms of recording dying declaration. There is no specific requirement, because it will depend on the circumstances that how the declarant records his dying declaration before dying. If you will ask about the best dying declaration, it should be recorded by a magistrate. These are the commandments, these are the mandates of Police Rules 1934, that the doctor will inform magistrate and certain precautions are to be taken by police before recording dying declaration. There should not be any partisan witness over there. That's why it will be influence free. If there will be some party man, they can influence that man, that you may point out towards some person that he was the main culprit. So these extraneous circumstances are to be excluded and precautions are to be taken while recording dying declaration. So dying declaration recorded by magistrate is the best piece of evidence, but there may arise, there may be a situation where there is no magistrate. So doctor can record dying declaration keeping in view the time factor that only some moments are left in the life of that person who is going to record his statement, and we cannot wait for the arrival of magistrate. So if there is no magistrate and there are police officials and there is no gazetted police officer, then in presence of competent witnesses, dying declaration will be recorded, the witness should not be a party man
also should be a competent under article.
Obviously, dying declarant should also be a competent witness because there is no cross-examination. Do you know that some courts have observed that it is a weak type of evidence? There is a case law on Zarif case in 1977, Zarif case, ZARIF, Zarif case. In that judgment was by 3 judges, Mr. Justice Anwarul Haq, Mr. Justice Muhammad Akram, and Mr. Justice Honorable Dorab Patel. Dorab Patel had a dissenting note in that case, and Honorable Judge observed that it is a weak type of evidence, but the majority view was against it. Majority view was that there is no such like thing weak or stronger in Article 46. It relates only about the admissibility and relevancy of dying declaration. Now, there is another case. That case is Muhammad Abdul Rahim case, 1997 PCRLJ, page 1227. Let me. 1997 PCRLJ, page 1274. 1274. Abdul Rahim case. This is about the genuineness of the dying declaration. It must be a genuine dying declaration. And there is another case, Abdul Razik case, PLD 1964, Peshawar High Court, page 67.
1964?
PLD 1964, Peshawar, page 67. And that matter was assailed before Supreme Court 2, and that judgment is PLD 1965, Supreme Court, page 151. Now, there is another case on the subject, Guru Swami case, that is Indian jurisdiction case, Guru Swami case in 1940. This is about the general rule. General rule is that conviction can be based even on the basis of uncorroborated dying declaration when the circumstances warrant the court to do it. This is the law about the dying declaration. When you will go for attempting your question, I will try my best to give you everything that from, if the examiner puts you a question from any corner, you should be able to solve it in a proper manner.
सर ये केस दोबारा बता दें।
कौन सा?
ये जो अभी इंडियन
गुरु स्वामी केस.
सर ये एडमिसिबिलिटी के मुताबिक गुरु स्वामी केस जो है एडमिसिबिलिटी के लिए
Admissibility.
Sir, so until now there is no fixed standard that whether it's a weak
Yes, there is no fixed standard. This is the conclusion which I was going to make at the end of this lecture, but you have pointed it to earlier. Now, only court conscience is to be satisfied when you are going to convict a person on the basis of uncorroborated dying declaration. Court will have to satisfy itself. This is the necessity. Do you know that recording of dying declaration is a necessity? That's why, to preserve the basic evidence, to preserve the most pivotal and fundamental evidence, because there are no chances of cross-examination by defense. So, if it is extraneous factors free, it rings true, and there is no hostility of environment, and circumstances are showing that it is a truthful description of the death of that person who is recording his statement, conviction can be based upon. Because what is the reason behind it? Sense of ensuing death. Sense of death creates a sense of responsibility that a dying man ordinarily does not speak lie. He doesn't tell lie while dying. He is going towards his creator and he will not lie. No, there are cases. There are case law in our society when it was held by the superior courts that when there are blood feuds and people are against each other, they are adversaries from a long time, and it is a decade-old enmity between the parties. Even then, the dying man can tell a lie. He will try his best to implicate falsely his opponents.
Citation year 2007 SCMR 1825.
हाँ, ये लिख लें.
2007 SCMR 1825. सर इसमें यही था कि वो उनकी पर्सनल थी आपस में दुश्मनी थी, वॉर करने के लिए उसने जाते जाते वो उनके अगेंस्ट.
What will be the position if the person who records his dying declaration doesn't die? He will be a competent witness. He will be an injured witness, a star witness, and his testimony will form a strong corroboration under Article 153 QSO. There is another requirement that dying declaration should be complete in its entirety. It shouldn't be in an incomplete manner that the person who has divulged something about his cause of death, who is doing it, later on he is unable to conclude things, and that will be an incomplete dying declaration. This will carry less weight than the dying declaration which is complete in its entirety. Now there are certain tests and principles which are initiated by superior courts that it must ring true, and the circumstances in which that dying declaration is recorded is supporting that man, is supporting the dying man, that they are depicting that if he is saying one thing, it may be true. Other circumstances are also supporting him that in such and such manner that occurrence might have taken place. This is the another requirement. Now, the dying declarant, as I was saying to you earlier, that all the factors should be extraneous free, no extraneous factors should be involved in this. That such man was standing over there when the dying declaration was being recorded, and he tutored. There must not be any kind of tutoring to that person that you may say that such person was involved in this occurrence. Now, while going through the case law which I have given to you, you will be able to attempt your question in a very competent manner. You may go through an article. I don't remember at this time. There is a very best article on this subject by Mr. Shahbaz Cheema Saab. He is a very competent professor in Punjab University. He had deeply dilated upon this subject, and he has tried to convey many things he has tried to convey the idea of dying declaration by keeping in view the Indian case law and Pakistani case law. You may search it out on internet. It will be available on internet.
So there is a minute ambiguity regarding to one point. I was thinking that if a person who was near to his death, but fortunately he is going towards recovery, then when he is going towards the recovery, he is going make some kind of amendment in his statement. Then the rule of estoppel will be applicable to that person.
I am not getting your question. I beg pardon. What are you saying?
I'm saying that a person who was near to die, fortunately he got to recovery from that disease, और वो बच गया और उसको वो ठीक recovery की तरफ जा रहा है. Then he was giving the statement when he was near to die. अब बाद में वो later on थोड़ी सी amendment करता है उस statement के अंदर कि इस बंदे ने मुझे मारा, थोड़ी सी amendment करता है, तो क्या वहाँ पे उसके statement पे rule of estoppel apply कर दिया जाएगा?
Still, I didn't get anything. However, I will try to address your question in a way that there may be 2 or 3 or 4 dying declarations. It may be in fragments, it may be in fractions, it may be in segments, in a way that a person records his statement before a person and later on he is shifted to hospital. He says something more at hospital and later on he is shifted to another hospital for better treatment. जिस तरह हम कहते हैं कि फलां को लाहौर ले जाओ, he says more in Lahore. So what will be the course for available for court to do it? There must be reconciliation. There must not be any disparity. If he is entirely changing his stance, if he is on one occasion he says that was the assailant, that was the culprit, and later on if he reaches on a different place and he changes his stance that those persons were the assailants, he named different persons. So obviously that dying declaration would be not be on a same pedestal as the best dying declaration can be. So you might have pointed out towards this issue.
सर मेरा इधर से एक क्वेश्चन है, इसी जो यहाँ बात की कि फॉर्चुनेटली वो रिकवर होने लगे, फिर तो वो डाइंग डिक्लेरेशन रहेगी नहीं।
जब मरेगा ही नहीं तो फिर डाइंग कैसे हो जाएगी? I have earlier pointed out that if he survives, then he will be can be a good witness as an injured witness.
Yes, sir. नहीं, कारण है कि फॉर्चुनेटली वो रिकवर करने लग गया है। अगर रिकवर करने लग गया तो फिर तो डाइंग डिक्लेरेशन ही नहीं इसकी रहेगी। ये क्वेश्चन तो खत्म हो जाना चाहिए।
सर उसको लाज़मी मरना चाहिए।
सर इसकी एडमिसिबिलिटी का जो मेन एसेंशियल है वो तो यही है कि वही एडमिसिबिलिटी आएगी जब वो बिल्कुल यानी कि वो कहते हैं ना निज़ाई बयान, जब वो बिल्कुल मरने के करीब है, मौत का और उसका रिलेशन टू क्लोज है, देन ही वो डाइंग डिक्लेरेशन है। फर्दर स्टेटमेंट कर रहा है।
Do you remember how you defined dying declaration? I can remember those words. From the very word go, you defined dying declaration and you said that there must be an apprehension of death. This is not the condition precedent for dying declaration. If there is even there is no apprehension of death, there is no death is not ensuing immediately, even then that can be treated as a dying declaration. So real definition is that the real requirement is that there should not be any apprehension of death. If there is, it may be dying declaration, but this is not the condition precedent. This is not the requirement of law. ये रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है कि ज़रूर उसमें एप्रीहेंशन ऑफ डेथ होनी चाहिए तो वही डाइंग डेक्लेरेशन बनेगी। अब इसमें एक और बात है कि जो डाइंग डेक्लेरेशन है क्या इसके साथ दूसरी जो एविडेंस अवेलेबल है जो प्रोसिक्यूशन ने इकट्ठी की हुई है वो किस तरह असरअंदाज होगी?
corroborate कर रही होगी
कोई इंस्टेंस, कोई एग्जांपल आप कोट करें।
जैसे वो ये कहता है कि बी ने बैंक डिक्लेरेशन की स्टेटमेंट वो लिखवा देता है कि बी ने मुझे इसलिए मांगा क्योंकि मेरे बड़े भाई ने इससे पहले इसके भाई का मर्डर किया हुआ था। तो जो
देयर इज सम अदर गुड एविडेंस अवेलेबल।
सर कोई बिल हो सकते हैं, कोई डॉक्यूमेंट्री एविडेंस हो सकता है जो बेसिक रीजन को शो करे बिकॉज ऑफ दिस डीड या फिर इस ट्रांजैक्शन।
Simply you may say that other evidence is also available. When it will be coupled with dying declaration, a sound basis for conviction will be, it will be very easy for court to convict on the basis of that dying declaration. Now, police rules are directory in nature. Those police rules are not mandatory. If rules are saying that magistrate should record dying declaration if he is not available, meaning thereby these are directory in nature, these are not mandatory rules.
सर खुदकुशी करने से पहले लिखा गया लेटर भी डिक्लेरेशन स्टेटमेंट, सुसाइड करने से पहले लिखा गया लेटर,
सुसाइड करने से पहले
लिखा गया लेटर वो भी डाइंग डिक्लेरेशन स्टेटमेंट।
if it is established that it was a suicide, how it can be a dying declaration? The person is taking his own life and he is saying that it is dying declaration. Dying declaration will be always against some person. You have to point out towards the assailants.
सर उसमें अक्सर रीजन भी तो कोट की जाती है कि डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस है तो अगर हस्बैंड ने किया है या क्लास में किसी की वजह
In literal sense, you may say a person who records his reason for death, dying declaration, मरते हुए बयान, सिंपली अगर इसको ये देखें, ठीक है, तो जो भी बयान वो बयान नज़ा आप यही कहते हैं ना, ठीक है, आप कह रहे हैं तो फिर वो डाइंग डिक्लेरेशन ही है इन अ सेंस।
जो भी बयान तो नहीं ना
सर ये सिर्फ मर्डर केस में आएगा।
सुसाइड उस टाइम तो कोई
वो भी बयान में तो नहीं ना फिर इसमें आ
मैं उनकी बात का जवाब दे रहा हूँ कि वो ये कह रहे हैं कि वो सुसाइड करने लगा है और उसने एक लेटर लिख दिया है कि दीज वर द रीजंस फॉर कमीशन ऑफ सुसाइड, यही आप बात कर रहे हैं ना। तो इन लिटरल सेंस देखिए तो क्या बनेगा, डिक्लेयर कर रहा है, डेक्लेरेंट बता रहा है।
लेकिन सर उसने किसी के सामने रिकॉर्ड नहीं की, उसने सिर्फ एक पीस ऑफ पेपर पे भी हम कर सकते हैं इसे।
क्या
एसेंशियल्स है ना कि ये किसी के मतलब कि आप
इन प्रेजेंस ऑफ विटनेसेस होगा, इन प्रेजेंस ऑफ गजेटेड ऑफिसर, इन प्रेजेंस ऑफ मैजिस्ट्रेट, इन प्रेजेंस ऑफ डॉक्टर।
जस्ट लिख रहा है कि मैं इसलिए मारा हूँ, वो पीस ऑफ पेपर है। तो उसमें सुसाइड नोट टाइप डिक्लेरेशन नहीं।
ऑब्वियसली द आंसर इज नो।
सर ये टाइम डिक्लेरेशन में आएगा ही नहीं सुसाइड वाला।
तो नहीं आएगा ना। मैं तो बात कर रहा हूँ कि जिस उनकी बात को हम आगे लेके चले हैं कि वो क्या कहना चाह रहे हैं। क्यों क्वेश्चन आया आपके जहन में?
Sir, what is the logically difference between dying declaration statement and shahada al shahada?
शहादा अल
Al shahada.
शहादा अल शहादा यू कैन फाइंड इट इन योर QSO में है
सर स्टार्टिंग के सेक्शन
तो निकालें, पढ़ लेते हैं। मैंने तो भी आपसे ही सीखना है ना।
Oral evidence must be direct. Oral evidence must, in all cases, whatever be directed. ये है ना?
71 आर्टिकल
ये है ना वो
क्या लिखा हुआ है शहादल शहादा में? आर्टिकल 71 में है।
Last paragraph. Provided further that if a witness is dead or could not be found or has been incapable of giving evidence, or his attendance could not be procured without an amount of delay or expense, under the circumstances of the case, the court regards as unreasonable, a party shall have the right to produce shahada al-shahada, by which a witness can appoint two witnesses to dispose on his behalf, except in the case of hudud.
So there is a requirement that the person who hears, if the dying declaration is in oral form, and the person who hears what the dying man says, he will depose about the dying declaration. He will say. So he must hear the correct form, that whatever this is requirement of dying declaration, that if a person deposes that such and such person has recorded his dying declaration, he must have to prove that these were the words which were pronounced by the dying man. He is giving evidence. शहादल शहादा क्या इंग्लिश में क्या कहेंगे, वो जो कह रहा है वो शहादत देने वाले की शहादत. In a sense, you may say, you may develop, because I have already told you that there must be interconnectivity between the different provisions, as you pointed out. I was saying that Article 46, Police Rules 1934, there is another section in CRPC. When the evidence, to preserve the evidence, basically it is preservation of evidence. बेस्ट पीस ऑफ एविडेंस जो है उसको प्रिजर्व कर लिया जाता है. इसी 46 में अगर आप अपने अगले इसके देखें आर्टिकल, ए विटनेस हु कैन नॉट बी फाउंड, लिखा हुआ है इसमें. तो राय साहब आप कोई क्वेश्चन पुट करें. ठीक नहीं है, क्वेश्चन होना चाहिए. Now coming again towards our topic, I will say that corroboration is a rule of prudence. It is not a requirement of law. While accepting dying declaration, it is a rule of prudence. The ability to recognize the assailants is another requirement, along with the other requirements, that there is no bar, that it should not be recorded before a private person, or it should be influence free, physical capacity of the person who is recording his dying declaration is very important. If you are talking about the influence free होने की बात कर रहे हैं तो फिर उसकी physical capacity और surrounding circumstances or transactions, these are necessities. You can jot down in your examination when you will say that these are the tests and principles. You may say about all these things. These are the tests. Now, what prosecution will do? The burden of proving dying declaration will be on prosecution. What prosecution has to prove? That it was a truthful dying declaration. One important thing is that the prosecution has to prove that the person who died after recording his dying declaration is a man of unimpeachable character and unquestionable integrity, you may say. He was a man with unquestionable integrity. He wouldn't have falsely said anything about the assailants, about the transactions which resulted into his death falsely. Whatever he has said is a truthful description of things. You got it? मैनर ऑफ जो क्वेश्चन आपको आता है इसमें एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से, अगर आपके पास वो क्वेश्चन पेपर हो तो वो किस तरह क्वेश्चन आता है और कौन सा एंगल है कि आप समझते हैं कि यू आर अनेबल टू कॉम्प्रीहेंड थिंग्स. आई केम अक्रॉस ए क्वेश्चन which was not in a clear terms, and when you go through it minutely, you may say that the examiner is talking about dying declaration. So there is a question, I came across it, I have read somewhere. तो आपको क्वेश्चन को समझना बहुत ज़रूरी है. डाइंग डेक्लेरेशन जो है वो स्टेटमेंट ऑफ अ डाइंग मैन. He will tell about the reasons and circumstances and transactions which are going to result in his death. This is the simplest definition of dying declaration. तो उसके बाद आप क्रॉस रेफरेंसेस की तरफ चले जाएंगे. ठीक है. Without evidential value, which is the core point in this topic, that evidential value of dying declaration is the most important thing which is to be considered by courts, and you may not be able to comprehend these intricate things without going through the case law. Case law के बगैर, क्योंकि statute is silent. Article 46(1) is saying only about that admissibility and relevancy, that it will be admissible and relevant. And what to speak of weak type of evidence? If someone says that it is a weak type of evidence when statute itself is requiring a thing to be done in a particular manner, there is no requirement of weak or strong, that such a dying declaration will be a weak type of evidence and such dying declaration will be strong piece of evidence. Though the best dying declaration is when it is recorded by a magistrate, but there is nothing in there in the Article 46. Without going through the case law where the guidelines are provided, characteristics of dying declaration are provided in the case law. That's why you may arrive at a conclusion that such dying declaration was a convincing one, can be relied even if it remains uncorroborated. This is general law about the dying declaration. तो बगैर केस ला के आप एविडेंशियल टेस्ट जो है इसकी एविडेंशियल वैल्यू को आप इवेल्युएट नहीं कर सकते. स्टैट्यूट इज नॉट क्लियर अबाउट इट. एनी क्वेश्चन? कोई क्वेश्चन? आप सारे वो
डाइंग डिक्लेरेशन थाने में भी हो सकती है?
Yes, it can be recorded in police station. If a person wants to report his own matter to police and he is in an injured condition, he reaches out there and there is no time left in him, and he wants to record his statement, that can be a dying declaration. Even you may say that FIR is not a substantive piece of evidence. You have heard about it, that first information report is not a substantive piece of evidence. But if first information report is given by the person who dies later on while after recording his statement, that will be a substantive piece of evidence. This is an exception to the general rule. What is general rule? That FIR is not a substantive piece of evidence. But in case of dying declaration, the person who deposed, the person who said about his own death, that how he is going to meet his death, in that situation, FIR will be a substantive piece of evidence. Even statement recorded under section 161, there are divergent views on this. If a statement is recorded by police as a witness of the person who dies later on, so what will be the position? Whether that statement can be treated as a dying declaration? The answer is yes. There is unanimous view of superior courts on the subject, that the statement under section 161 of the person who dies later on, after telling the person who records his statement, can be treated as a dying declaration. These are the things which have to be jotted down in your exam. ये FIR की बात आप लिख सकते हैं. This is additional material for your exam. This will create distinction between you and others. इसी तरह 2 और 3 या 4 डाइंग डेक्लेरेशंस की बात हुई है. रिकन्सिलिएशन इज नीडेड, कि वो ऑन डिफरेंट पाथ्स नहीं होना चाहिए. ये सारी चीज़ें हैं. तो डोंट यू थिंक दैट यू आर एबल एनफ टू सॉल्व योर क्वेश्चन इफ इट कम्स अंडर.
कोई रिकॉर्डेड एविडेंस देता है, अपना डाइंग डिक्लेरेशन देता है, लाइक कोई डिकेटी हो जाती है, कुछ ऐसा सीन होता है, वो अपना रिकॉर्ड कर देता है अपना.
Yeah, that can be a dying declaration.
उसकी जो विटनेस का वो एज अ प्राइमरी एविडेंस उसको ट्रीट किया जाएगा.
Dying declaration, the dying declarant is a natural person. If it is established that whatever is recorded by that man who met his death while this occurrence, it can be treated.
So I am not too much aware of dying declaration. I have some basic question. If you talk about the basic ingredients of dying declaration, can we say that question was right from that person, Mahendra Raja Khan sir? It must be 2 persons present at that spot. A person who is dying, and the second one, a person who is recording the statement of that person. Can we say it's the basic ingredient of dying declaration? There must be present 2 persons.
No, this is not the strict requirement. This is not the real requirement, because case law, which has been given by many superior courts in India and Pakistan, they don't require this, that there must be 2 persons present on that, because there may be eventuality when there is only 1 person available. There may not be the second one. So what will be the position? That the person who said about his death, his grievance will remain unredressed. What common sense says in this situation? Obviously, अगर वो मर जाता है, 2 बंदे उन्हें नहीं लभे, वो वेट करेगा.
एक तो वो हो गया ना,
हाँ.
रिकॉर्ड कर रहा है, तो मैं बात कर रहा था कि जो इंग्रेडिएंट्स, अगर बेसिक बात की जाए डाइंग डिक्लेरेशन की, अगर इंग्रेडिएंट्स हम निकालेंगे, ये चीजें होंगी तो डाइंग डिक्लेरेशन.
No, there are no specific reasons, there are no specific requirements.
That's the question.
This is the question. If it may be in a oral form, it may be in a written form, it may be signed or unsigned, it may be recorded at police station, it may be recorded at the venue of alleged occurrence, if it may be recorded at hospital, it is dying declaration.